Claremore heading back in time this weekend as it celebrates the life of Oklahoma's favorite son. Will Rogers Day is happening all weekend. 2 News reporter Joe Hankey joins us live from Claremore right now. Good morning, Joe.
Well, that's right, Brianne. Heading back in time out here. A lot of Cowboys on hand out here. 75th annual Will Rogers Day going on in Claremore. And right now we have one of the blacksmith out here joining in this morning here, David Knight. David, doing the blacksmith thing out here. What are you guys showing off to people today?
What I do, most of the stuff that I do is like the utensils, eating utensils and stuff, or cooking utensils. I make spatulas and ladles, meat turners and forks, stuff like that. Also do a little bit of artistic stuff, like I make a rose out of a piece of steel. So mostly we're trying to get stuff set up. The guys doing the check and cooking use a lot of the stuff that we do. You just can't hardly find it anymore. You can't go to Walmart and buy it.
That's true. I was talking to the Chuck Wagon guys earlier, and they're cooking sort of the authentic style of what you would have seen the Cowboys doing back in the day. That's what you're doing here as a blacksmith, sort of these authentic techniques. You were telling me off camera, there's sort of some advantage to some of these things, some things you can't do with modern technology, right?
Right. You know, your fires are ready to go. Pretty much just take us a few turns of the crank of the blower to get the heat back up, where you can get the material back up to work. We're working at about anywhere from 2100 to 2800 degrees. So that's to the point where it's really malleable and you can mold it, shape it like you need to.
A lot of families head out to Will Rogers Day here. A lot of kids will probably come checking out the blacksmith booth you got here. What do you maybe hear from kids? They don't see the blacksmith that often these days. They interested in it? Do they find it fun to see?
Yeah, a lot of them do. They've got just all kinds of questions that they come up with, about, what it is, what you're doing, why you're doing it, and that kind of stuff. A lot of them have no idea what a blacksmith is. So we're definitely kind of a dying art. There's a chapter here in Oklahoma called the Salt Fork Craftsman that's kind of bringing that back to life. Like you said, with the primitive stuff, pretty much I can operate off the grid. I don't have to have electricity, power of any kind. Everything that I need is right here. I've got the forge and the anvil both to work off of.
Perfect. Well, thank you for joining us this morning.
All right.
And Will Rogers Day going on all day out here in Claremore. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Well, thank you, Joe. Like Joe just told us, Will Rogers Day celebrates the birth of Will Rogers, and events are planned for the entire day at Will Rogers Memorial Museum in Claremore, including a classic car show and antique show. Monday would have been his 134th birthday. Claremore is heading back in time this weekend as it celebrates the life of Oklahoma's favorite son. Will Rogers Day is happening all weekend. 2 News reporter Joe Hankey joins us live from Claremore right now. Good morning, Joe.
Well, that's right, Brianne. We're out here at the 75th annual Will Rogers Day. They're all about keeping things authentic here. They got a Chuck Wagon cook-off going off just to the side here, and they also got quite a few blacksmiths out here. We have David Knight joining us. David, you're one of the blacksmiths out here doing a little show and tell for people today. Why don't you tell me what you're working on here right now?
Okay, what I'm doing is I'm going to make the end of the handle, going to put a leaf on it, make it a little decorative, and then I'll get that done, and I'll turn around and make the other end into a Dutch oven lid lifter.
So what's the steps here right now? You're heating it up, you're getting that very hot, and then you take it over to the anvil here?
I've got it hot, I've got a point drawn on it already, and I'm going to take that point, kind of set it up on edge and make the leaf, kind of hammer it flat.
And you've been been working as a blacksmith for about 11 years now, you were telling me.
Yeah.
What sort of got you interested in this, or why do you enjoy doing it?
I really feel like I was kind of born out of time. I mean, a lot later than I should have been, but I was trying to work on some of my grandfather's old farm machinery, and I realized I really couldn't work on it with modern methods, and I got to thinking about how they would have worked on it whenever he had it, and it just came to blacksmithing would be the way to do it.
You sort of see a lot of advantages, or at least some advantages, to these old techniques that a lot of people have maybe cast away or forgotten about.
Yeah, actually I can work off the grid. I don't need any electricity to work on the stuff. Everything is hand operated. I've got hand operated post drills as well as a forge. So I really don't need anything. If electricity goes off, I can still do this and still fix stuff.
Perfect. Well, David, thank you for joining us. And if you head out here to Will Rogers Day, you can chat with David and see how he does what he does here out as a blacksmith. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Thank you, Joe. Will Rogers Day celebrates the birth of Will Rogers. Events are planned for the entire day at the Will Rogers Memorial Museum in Claremore, including a classic car and antique show. Monday would have been his 134th birthday.